Steve Cohen and Billy Epler have been busy this offseason, not only addressing the Mets' pitching needs, but also the overall lineup. So Jake Brown is one of the hosts for the New York Post Amazing But True podcast, and he's here now to give us the tea on all the offseason moves coming out of Queens. Jake, let's jump into it. The most recent news coming out of Queens is Brandon Nimmo. He tweeted, glad to be back after signing an 8-year, $162 million deal. Now, what are the Amazins' reactions to Nimmo signing a deal that could keep him in Queens for possibly the rest of his career?
Well, Brandon, the only time I've turned my phone off all year as I'm sitting in the MJ musical, enjoying some family time, man in the mirror, I'm just grooving, my head's bobbing, and the Mets sign everyone in sight. I mean, I'm never turning my phone off again, or maybe I should keep it off forever, because the one time I turn it off, they go crazy. Brandon Nimmo's back, 8 years, and a chance to be a lifetime New York Met. This kid got here at 18 years old as the 13th pick, and he's been here ever since, and he loves it here. And now he's going to be here through 37. Now, me and Nelson Figueroa talked about on Amazing But True, 6 years, 150. Do you want to go that far? Well, they added 2 years, and they got him for $20 million a year. And how could you not like the deal? I mean, everyone on the team loves him. He's a good top-of-the-order guy. He gets on base almost 40% of the time. This was a no-brainer. There wasn't any other good center field options out there. The other option he would have had is moving Marte to center and signing a corner outfielder, and they didn't want to go that route, and I don't blame him. Brandon Nimmo is a perfect guy. Now the next step for him is stealing bases. If he could steal bases, bigger bases next year, new rules, this could be huge for him. Could be huge for the Mets atop the order. When you pair him with Starling Marte, a guy who does steal bases, I love this move, and I'm glad Brandon Nimmo is going to be here for life. And at that value, you really can't hate it.
Yep, fan favorite and the longest tenured Met. He stays. Jacob deGrom left to go with the Rangers, but the Mets brought in Justin Verlander to replace him. Is this rotation now stronger with Verlander, and why?
Yeah, it really is. And you can't forget about the bullpen with David Robertson. They're helping the bullpen. These guys, not as much stress on them, getting an elite setup man to set up Edwin Diaz as well. Justin Verlander was the move to make. Once Jacob deGrom said, I'm going to go into oblivion in Texas. I'm going to lose, 90 games every year with the Texas Rangers. I'm going to say phony in a press conference that we're going to win a World Series. Once he did that, there was no other move to make. Justin Verlander is that dude. 3-time Cy Young winner, 2-time World Series champion, married to Kate Upton. What can't the guy do? He does it all. And him, Max Scherzer, 2 Hall of Famers atop the Mets rotation, has you drooling because the 3 through 5 guys, at least the 3 and 4, these other guys are going to be here after they're gone. When Scherzer's gone, when Verlander's gone, they're setting up the guys after that to take their spots. And we'll talk about that in a bit about, who they may go for next. But I love Justin Verlander, and you could argue, the curmudgeons could say he's 40, he's old. The guy just won a Cy Young. He had Tommy John a few years ago. He had it late, which gives him a few extra years to be good. How could you not like Justin Verlander? He's shown no signs of slowing down. He was better than Jacob deGrom, 1.75 ERA, and he won games. I mean, Jacob deGrom won 5 of 101 Mets games. Justin Verlander is going to win you possibly 20 of 100-plus games, and that's 20%. And I won't do the math in my head right now because that's a little too much, but 20 out of 100 is greater than 5 out of 100.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I didn't do too well in the math part of SATs. But now, all right, so you're Steve Cohen, you're Billy Epler. Who's next to sign or re-sign, and who should the Mets target for the rest of this free agency period?
I feel like the Fanta commercial when I say this, but don't you want to Senga? Don't you want to Senga? It's got to be Kodai Senga. He is that dude as well. 102 miles an hour. He throws a ghost forkball. What has he been watching? Casper? I don't even know what a ghost forkball even is, but Figgy will explain it to you a little bit better on Amazing But True. But this guy's got nasty stuff. Everyone's talking about him. You got to go after Senga. And what's funny is okay, they get Nimmo, they get Robertson. They must not have money. Uncle Stevie does not care. He's wiping his derriere with the luxury tax bill. He is using the ultra strong toilet paper. He's using the best of the best. He's going to blow through $400 million after the luxury tax. And it was almost inevitable Senga's coming. it is just such a breath of fresh air that the Mets are spending like the Yankees used to. We've been waiting our whole lives for this. We went from penny pitching to the Gucci store, and it's two different worlds, and I'm loving it. We went from Golden Corral to lobster tails. I mean, it's unbelievable how the buffet has upgraded here in Queens. And Steve Cohen just doesn't care about the luxury tax. So he's going to go after Senga. And listen, if Senga doesn't happen, although I feel like it's a lock, I'll just say it now with the way they're going. It seems like Senga wants to be here. He wants 5 or 6 years. Like I said, he'll be the guy after Verlander and Max are gone. If not Senga, there's still guys out there. You bring Chris Bassett back, he becomes your number 3. But just think about this now. I want you to imagine Verlander, Scherzer, Senga, Quintana, who's a 2 for most teams, and Carlos Carrasco as number 5. Cookie as number 5. I'm hungry. This team is full of lobster tails.
Jake Brown, never a dull day. Thanks for joining us.
I'm hungry. I'll see you later.